What's good, everybody? It's your UncleSamsReject here, and welcome back to the channel, boys. And we're back with some more of the Mississippi State Athletic Director Dynasty here in the offseason with the football team, man. We just finished off our season very, very strongly. We won the Goodyear Cotton Bowl in dominating fashion versus Nebraska. And, you know, some things happened at the end of the season. Even though we played extremely well, we got put on some sanctions, and we will be losing scholarships for the next 2 seasons. Now, due to those sanctions at the end of football season, we were asked to take a step back as an athletic director. We had an interim AD in place while an investigation ensued. And even though basketball season was amazing, our basketball team did make history. They went 36-0 and were able to win a national championship. But don't you worry, we have a little bit of that footage. Let's go ahead and check it out.
Defense giving no room. Misses the three. Mississippi State played with such poise and composure all season long, Dick.
I'll tell you, tonight's win is absolutely huge, Brad. For everyone involved with this program, they deserve the win and to be crowned the NCAA champion.
There you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star for the years. No one.
Now, as you boys can see, man, we played an amazing game, had an amazing season. Kenyon Kelly absolutely led the way with 25 points. Tasteby with 13, Eubanks with 10. And with that, man, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the individual awards. Now, what's crazy is we win the national championship, but we do not get anybody to win the tournament player of the year. So basically the tournament MVP, that's going to go to Givens from Gonzaga, who averaged 28 points per game, 1.35 steals, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. When it came to freshman of the year in the tournament, Tasteby, JJ Anderson, and Kenyon Kelly were all on the list. Defensive player of the year, we didn't have anybody on that list. When it came to coach of the year, of course, we get it in the tournament because we did win it for the regular season. And, you know, and take a look at the all-tournament team. We do have a first-team all-tournament team performer in Kenyon Kelly. He averaged 15 points. He averaged one and a half steals, 3.5 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. And then on the second-team all-tournament team, our guy Braden West went ahead and made it. 11 points per game, 1.3 blocks a game, 6 rebounds a game, and 1.4 steal. Everything on the outside looking in points to us having an amazing season, and everybody should be happy. You know what I'm saying? We got messages from boosters, from the school president, and everything like that. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. So not only did we face sanctions with the football team, the basketball team is going to be facing sanctions as well. The NCAA has imposed both regular sanctions and academic progress rating sanctions on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Your APR of 923 is below the minimum of 925, and that has resulted in a loss of 1 additional scholarship for the next upcoming year. So take a look here, man. We will be on a 1-year probationary period, losing a scholarship. No more player suspensions. Team discipline gets reset just a little bit, but we got to find a way to keep players, you know what I'm saying, in check and in line. That way it doesn't happen again. So with the news of those sanctions, we will not get the scholarship that we had in place for the #1 small forward in the nation, and Don Pace, #6 overall in the nation. He will be walking elsewhere. And then when it comes to losing players, we will be losing Joakim McCain. He's going to be transferring to Bama. And of course, our guy Rose will be graduating. And as you guys have probably expected and guessed, we will be officially resigning as the athletic director of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. So what does that mean for the series as a whole? Yes, we will be continuing the Mississippi State Bulldogs series. Now we will just solely be focusing on the football team. We will be officially translating and transferring over to being a coach only. We will... Now, of course, not me, the athletic director. It will be me, the football coach. We won't have anything to do with the other 2 sports, basketball or baseball. We will be solely focusing on football. But now here we are, since we are just a football coach, we will be advancing to the offseason. And we're going to be going through the complete offseason here in today's video. First things first, we're going to go over our budget now. Usually, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't focus too much on the discipline, but clearly that backfired a ton as we had a whole bunch of disciplinary issues. So I guess I'm going to have to take some points off of recruiting. I'm going to have to stack some more points up on the discipline because, you know, it's just unacceptable to have happen what we had happen. And, you know, it's just not something we can do. Now I'm gonna take a little bit down on the training. Not really sure the effect that's gonna have on our team, but with us being on probation and with our stuff going down a little bit, I want to make sure we have all the points necessary to, you know, discipline players when the time comes. All right, boys. So first things first, players leaving. For some reason, Reggie Odom wants to transfer to UAB. 78 overall, redshirt freshman. 7 tackles, 2 for loss in his career here so far. He's leaning towards staying. I don't want to waste too many points on him. And we also got our left guard, Anthony Starter, wanting to leave for the draft. Same thing with Keith Fitzhugh. You guys already know this is a guy we need to try to talk into staying here. I've been going back and forth with this. I'm going to need some more time. We're going to be running out of recruiting points going into the offseason recruiting, and he thinks he's going to stick it out and get his degree. I'm cool with that. Anthony Strouder, our offensive line is already in shambles. He hasn't accomplished anything here. I'm coming back next year. That's good to know. And Reggie Odom, let's go ahead and put 33 points on him to try to talk him into staying, and we're going to get him. No, we are not going to get him to stay another year. He's going to transfer to UAB. That's the best thing he sees fit for him in his career. So completely going off of everybody we're losing. We're going to be losing Reggie Odom, Brad Horton, Tyler Threadgill, Jason Husband. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jason Husband. He had a pretty good year this year. Now, shout out to Jason Husband, man. He had a pretty good year this year. 10 carries for 19 yards. But that's definitely not telling the whole entire story. There we go. We're going to look at his rushing stats for his time here. The first season, he had one attempt for 3 yards and a touchdown. We built on that in the second season. 10 carries, 19 yards. But in those 10 carries, he had 7 TDs. We're also going to be losing Jonathan Hill. He didn't play much. Avery Hannibal didn't play much. Ryan Mason and Lance Long. He actually played better down the stretch. Desmond Sherrod, Carlton Rice, Demario Bobo. He had a pretty good career here the last 2 seasons. 33 tackles in 2 seasons, 3 picks. He also had 2 defensive touchdowns. He had a really big defensive touchdown in the SEC chip. We're going to be losing the O-lineman of the year in J.D. Hamilton. 87 pancakes in this season with 5 sacks allowed. He did allow more sacks in season 2 than he did in season 1, but all in all, he was a way more effective blocker. Joey Sanders, decent receiver, 23 catches, 556 yards, 5 touchdowns this year. Royce Blackledge, our starting center. Titus Brown, our starting left end. Tony Burks, the best wide receiver. Definitely expect to see him get drafted. This season, 63 catches, 3 yards away from 2,000, 15 touchdowns, 75 was his longest of the year. He did have 6 drops, but all in all, he had an absolutely crazy season. Gabe O'Neill, one of our impact players, so we're losing 2 of our impact players. He's going to be out of here this year. 32 tackles, 3 sacks, no picks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 pass deflections. Eric Butler, one of our tight ends, is going to be going. Probably our best player on our team at a 90 overall. So definitely sad to see these guys go, but it is a part of the job. All right, boys, here we are off-season recruiting. Now, the one bad thing about this, we do have our recruits that are going to be coming in next season, but for this first week of recruiting, boys, we do not have any points to use. Well, we have 11 because we tried to get guys to stay with the squad. So we got a 5-star receiver that wants to come in, number 1 receiver in the nation. We're only behind South Carolina. I'm gonna have my head coach call him just to touch bases with him, trying to bring him into the program. We also got a top DN, number 1 DN in the nation. I mean, if you want to come to our school, we're going to go ahead and holler at him too. Talk about that playing time because I'm pretty sure we can offer him some. And I want to look for maybe a quarterback prospect, but it doesn't look like any of them are interested in coming to our school. I mean, we do have Trey Rutland, and he's like the guy, but we definitely have people that can do better. But this is also national top 100. I'm going to go ahead and look through that real quick just to, touch and go, pause to see what it is we can get. We got a JUCO running back number 2 in the nation. Brian Hughes runs a 4.52, We're looking for more speed guys, but I definitely will touch bases with him for sure. All right, boys, here we are in the next week of recruiting. We did not sign anyone, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and take a look at not our interested prospects. Let's take a look at our current targets. And we have high interest level on a lot of people. We're trying to get an elite 11, number 2 quarterback in the nation. We're just kind of like, you know, throwing ourselves at him, man, to see if we can make anything happen. He isn't really concerned with early playing time. Okay, so what about let's go with program prestige. Let's go ahead and send the house on him once again. And one of the top recruits I want to get, man, is number 1 overall wide receiver. We do have a lead. I'm gonna send the house at him as well. He doesn't care about early playing time. He's from Connecticut. Let's go with program prestige with him as well. And then also let's go ahead and scout him. So he does actually run that 4.16 B awareness. His awareness goes up to a B. His vertical jump and hands are as is. His bench press went down 10 pounds. Squats 340. Good potential, good discipline. That's something we really need to focus and harp on, is that discipline. Let's go ahead and talk to this running back, because I do want somebody to come in soon to take over when Dixon leaves. He's shocked by us not responding to. He's shocked us by not responding to early playing time. Okay, so let's go coach prestige. I feel like we're pretty good coach at this point, even though we technically did get fired. Let's go ahead and scout him as well. He is a little bit faster than that 4.52. Field awareness goes up. Everything pretty much improves except for bench press and squat. Average discipline, that's gonna make me think twice about actually going after him, not gonna lie. Here's one of the main guys we want to try to get. Brian White from Hoover, Alabama. 6'6", 207. Miami is holding it down right now. I want to see pitch feedback. Very interested in the prestige of our program. What about playing time? And I'm gonna give him an in-house visit with the coach. Let's go ahead and scout him as well. A little bit slower than advertised. Field awareness goes down a little bit. Arm isn't as strong. Pass accuracy does go up. He's a little bit weaker on the bench press and a little bit weaker on the squat. All right, boys, so we do sign a recruit who we didn't necessarily go hard after, but he's a hometown kid, Canton, Mississippi. Andy Jones, number 2 middle linebacker in the nation. We didn't scout him, you know what I mean? But JUCO guy coming in, and I'm happy about that. I'm not going to complain. Take a look at this receiver, Neil Jones, pretty much all but signed to our squad. So we're not going to have to sit in the kitchen sink at him again. Program prestige, he definitely like that. So we're going to go ahead and harp on that once again. Take a look at this quarterback in Brian White. We're closing in on Miami. He likes program prestige. He's from Hoover, Alabama. Let's see if location plays a part. You know what I mean? I would love to see that. Did we scout him already? We did. This DN that we're going after, we're ahead of Wake Forest narrowly. I'll go ahead and put the kitchen sink at him. Let's go ahead and talk about our playing time. Cornerback Marcus Cummings, number 19 in the nation, 6'1", 164. Sounds like he's going to be a big physical back. Doesn't care about playing time, but program prestige he does like. What about coaching style? And let's go ahead and scout him. A little bit slower, better awareness, jumps a little bit lower, way better hands, benches less, squats less, but good discipline. That's something we're going to focus on a lot here, is that discipline, bro. Derek Ford, we're going to let Georgia have him. Zephyr, we're going to Illinois. We could probably make a play on Illinois. Let's go ahead and talk about playing time with him. Well, Fitzhugh came back, but he should be playing pretty early. I'm not going to lie. All right, boys, we got a big week. We do get Jason Jackson, the number 3 DN in the nation. We also get Neil Jones, the big 6'4", number 1 wide receiver in the nation, man. So we got 2 beasts to come to our squad for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest current targets. I was about to say we probably fell back on his running back because we forgot to talk to him at all last week. That definitely makes me feel away. I'm gonna go ahead and send the house on him. We still don't even know what he actually even cares about. Let's try program prestige. We haven't pitched that at him yet. We'll see the quarterback Brian White. We did take the lead on Bama. On the U. We're going to talk about program prestige with him once again. We also miss out on DN Eric Chandler, the number 1 DN, but we did get the number 3. So, you know, it is what it is. Stuff happens. We're not worried about this quarterback at all anymore. Zephyr, the strong safety, We're trying to make something shake with him, so let's go ahead and talk to him. We still don't even know what he cares about. I'm going to try a little kid. No, he's from Wisconsin. Let's try Coach Prestige to see if he cares about that. Page, I didn't go after him because we're not going to catch LSU. Cummings, we got the lead on Auburn with him. Let's go ahead and see what he cares about. Coach Prestige and White, we already went after. So I think we pretty much went after everybody, right? Let's see. Hughes, boom, went after. Smith, we're not going to go after. Zephyr, we went after. Page, okay, so we got to talk to Page here. No, Page is the one we're not going to go after. Zephyr, we are going after. Cummings, we talked to him. And then Brian White, excuse me, we did talk to him as well. So I guess for ish and giggles, let's go ahead and scout this quarterback, see if he was even really that good to begin with. Poor discipline, don't need you coming to my squad, no way. Average discipline for Hughes, but I definitely still want him on my squad. Zephyr, let's scout him. Average discipline. Page, I'm not going after him. Cummings, we already scouted him, good discipline. White, we already scouted him, good discipline. So we know where it is we want to be, so I'm not mad at it. Average discipline for Hughes, man, but you know, we'll make do with what we got, bro. We'll make do with what we got. What the heck did I do here? Did I not use my points on him? Oh, I did. Okay. I want to talk to him again. Oh, nope. I almost messed things up here. All right, yeah. Let's leave that alone before I mess something up and my recruiting don't go through. All right, boys. So we have a big time, huge, amazing week. We do get Daryl Zephyr, we get Marcus Cummings, and we also get Brian White. Not sure if we missed out on the running back or not. Probably. No. Hughes is still there, but it looks like he's not going to sign with anybody. Nope, that's allowed. We can still recruit him. Okay, so let me get out of the interested prospects. I want to go to targeted prospects. So we already knew we weren't going to get AJ Smith, the Elite 11 quarterback. We were cool with that. He goes to Colorado. Eric Chandler, we already went over him. He goes to A&M. Right now on the list, I'm not sure when we added Adam Talley. I didn't personally. David Page. LSU looks like they didn't even really make no real moves on continuously recruiting him. But we want to focus on the running back here. Program prestige is going to be the moneymaker when it comes to recruiting. So we're going to go ahead and lock that in. We do have a super big lead on Georgia as well. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then I'll throw some points on Page just because we got some points left. And, you know, I don't really think he's going to move the needle at all. We'll also recruit him pretty fast, good hands, good, you know, jump is decent, stronger than we thought. You know what I mean? Good discipline as well. But I think we're good overall, bro. We're pretty good overall. All right, boys. So we get the job done. We will be getting Brian Hughes out of Brandon, Florida. You love to see it. So we do get 2 JUCO guys in this class. We got the number 2 ranked running back, number 1 ranked strong safety, number 1 ranked wide receiver, number 3 ranked DN, number 3 ranked tight end, number 10 ranked wide receiver, number 2 ranked middle linebacker, 19th cornerback, 26th quarterback. Numbers, we got the number 8 outside linebacker, number 47 corner, number 22 free safety, number 22 D tackle, and the number 31 center. Now, top classes this year, the top 4 you're going to see on the screen. Wake Forest had an amazing class. 5 5-stars, 11 4-stars, 8 3-stars. LSU 1-15, 1-12 for Bama. For Miami, 1-12 for Nebraska. The Illini 1-9-11. Tech 2-7-7, and we are top 10 with a number 7 class, 4 6-4, 4 5-stars, 6 4-stars, 4 3-stars. Man, you love to see it. Definitely loving what we are bringing to the table. Take a look at our top 3: Hughes, Zephyr, and Neil Jones. We are on 2 years probation, so we did miss out on more scholarships, but this is definitely going to set us in the right direction while we're going through this probation. Now, here we are at position changes, boys, and right now our quarterback situation is okay. We got what looks like to be our quarterback of the future in Brian White. I'm not going to stop recruiting quarterbacks, though. 87 throw power, 84 throw accuracy. I'm still going to be recruiting quarterbacks. You know what I mean? If we get one better than him, then thank God. But we still got potentially 2 more seasons with Trey Young at QB. Brian Hughes is looking to come in and start over Thornton and Dixon day 1. Hughes isn't the fastest with 86 speed. Thornton is still the king there. We'll see what he do for his redshirt senior season. Fullback, we got Brandon Hart. Wide receiver, we got Keon Humphreys, Neil Jones, who's going to be 82 overall. Aaron Weber going to be at 76. Aubrey Bell at 72. Major Sosabe at 70. So we definitely need to go hard at the wide receiver position. Tight end, we got Givens and Jones. At the tackle positions, we got left tackle Calvin Wright. We got Craig Jenkins, Michael Gates, and Roland Terry. At guards, we got Chris Spencer, Anthony Straughter. Thank God he came back, and Anthony Dunning. Center, we got John Speaks, true freshman, and we got redshirt sophomore John Carpenter, who we could probably move. Nope, we can't move him to guard. It is what it is. DN, we got Jason Jackson, freshman, Isaac Shipper, Charles Burns, and Grant Castle. D tackle, we got Perry Sly, Jeff Jackson, Quentin Wesley, and Anthony. Did I say Wesley? Quentin Wesley and Anthony Smith. Outside linebacker, we got Jamar Chaney, Anthony Littlejohn, Timmy Bailey, Chasman Davis, and Joel Dunn, true freshman coming in. Middle linebacker, we're bringing back Jackie Newport. We got Eric Royal. We got Andy Jones. We got Aaron Dissinger. And then we also got Carvel Jones. Corner, we got Pegues, Spree, Goff, Cummings, Chambers, Greer, Summers, Hewlin. Okay, so we got some depth here at the cornerback position. We only got one senior on the depth chart, and that's Pegues. I love it. Free safety, we got Frank Ball. We got Frank Alberts. We got Damon Glanton. We got Paul Anzalone, and then we also got Ronald Ward. Anzalone, I feel like, would be a good linebacker. Only a 60-something overall, so I don't really want to move him. I could move somebody for a 68, so let's move Glanton to right outside linebacker for now. He would be the worst one, so I'll put him back at his regular position as safety. Strong safety, we got Zephyr coming in, wanting to start day one over Fitzhugh. And then we also got Dave Daniels. What other positions can Fitzhugh play? Fitzhugh could be a linebacker, 70 overall. I believe in him, but I think I'm gonna keep him at, where he is. They're just gonna have to figure it out. You know what I mean? The best players are gonna be on the field, and if that's gonna be the true freshman, it is what it is. But Kyle Fitzhugh had a pretty good season last year, and I would like to see him on the field once again. All right, guys, because we took a lot of points off of training, not a lot of people are going to be having big jumps, man. It is what it is. But we got to make sure we nip some things in the bud when it comes to discipline and going to class. So I'm just slowly going to go through the training because nobody trained their asses off like they normally would. It's just a bunch of 2s and 1s, and we're just going to have to make do with what we got, bro. It is what it is. I mean, their teammates, left them in a bad spot. All right, guys, here we are at cut players, and we don't have to cut a single one. We're at 63 of 63 players. All right, boys, so here we are officially in the preseason for season number 3. Calais Campbell on the front cover at Athlon Sports. You already know, Miami legend, played for the Jaguars, is still playing, having an amazing NFL career, but I digress. We're not here to talk about him right now. All right, boys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the preseason polls first coming to this season. Miami's #1, Texas, Oklahoma, Florida State, USC, Virginia Tech, LSU, West Virginia, Cal, Michigan, Wake Forest, Texas A&M, Florida, Ohio State, Ole Miss, UCLA, Penn State, Georgia, Tennessee, Utah, Boston College, South Carolina, Nebraska, Northwestern, Boise State. We're not in the top 25. Scroll down. We're all the way down here at number 32. Our offense still needs some work at just a C. We were a C- last season, so we have made some progress. And you see here in the top right, we are currently on a 2-year probation. We're missing 10 scholarships for each of the next 2 seasons. Now, the Heisman watch list for this season, man, Graham Harrell's going to be leading all players. The redshirt senior quarterback for Texas Tech, one of my favorite college quarterbacks of all time, literally. Then we got Albert Weiss from Washington State. We got Matt Stafford in his junior year at UGA. We got Darren Mogi, redshirt senior from San Diego State. And then we got Jevin Sneed, junior quarterback from Texas. Now, preseason All-Americans, I'm not necessarily expecting to see one of ours on here, but we are going to have a first-teamer, Anthony Straughter. He's going to be a guy that we actually talked into coming back here for the next season. And we also are going to have Keith Fitzhugh, senior strong safety. Little bit surprised not to see Pegues. I feel like Pegues is one of those guys that should be up there, but we got 2 first-team All-Americans. They're coming over here to the second team. I expect to see some guys on the defensive side of the ball, and I would be wrong. So no Newport, no Pegues, no Tay Spree. Preseason all-conference, none of our offensive guys. Of course, Burks isn't coming back. Well, Straughter counts as an offensive guy. We're also going to have, there's Derek Pegues. Of course, we're going to have Fitzhugh. In his second team, we're going to have Trey Rutland. I expect him to make huge strides, right? So season 1 was terrible. 4 touchdowns, 20 picks. I was bad at the game. I was getting used to the game. Really, really bad, 1,100 yards. Second season, throws for 3,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 24 picks. Still 20-plus picks, but he has 20-plus touchdowns. That's going to put him at a 30 to 44 touchdown to interception ratio. His completion percentage also improved after last season. You know what I mean? So his QBR also almost doubled after his first season as well. Next up on the offensive side of the ball, we're going to have true sophomore Frank Ball. 28 tackles, 4 picks, a forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries in his first season with 8 pass deflections. So he could definitely build upon that. Now, conference outlook, they don't have us finishing in the top half of the conference. They actually have us finishing number 8 out of 12, excuse me. I don't think that's going to be the case. The only team we haven't beat yet is LSU. We beat Florida last year. We've lost to Ole Miss 2 seasons in a row. We went 1-1 with Georgia last year. We beat Tennessee, beat South Carolina, beat Arkansas. So, you know what I mean? We're just going to come out here, stay on our P's and Q's, and we're going to have to control what's in front of us, taking it 1 week at a time. Take a look at what our preseason recruiting is going to look like, man. So we're going to be focusing on the offensive line. We're going after 2 guards. We're going after 2 tackles. We're going after some outside linebackers. We're going to be going after 2 quarterbacks, 1 traditional pocket passing quarterback. Then we're also going to be going after, you know what I'm saying, a scrambling quarterback down here, and John Robinson. He's going to be a 4-star. And we're going to be trying to get some skill position guys. We're going after 2 wide receivers as well as a running back in Tom Palmer. He runs a 4.3. That's why I wanted to focus on him, because we got to try to keep the speed factor on our team. We got to build the athleticism and try to get better week in and week out. And we can't waste scholarships, you know what I'm saying, being that we're going to be down 10 over the next 2 years. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at redshirt and players. We're going to redshirt our freshman quarterback, Brian White. I completely expect him to take over, over the next 2 seasons. Trey Rutland's just a redshirt junior. He's probably going to play out his next 2 years of eligibility. As long as Trey gets better, I don't see anything wrong with that. But, Brian White is definitely the future plan. But that doesn't mean we're going to stop recruiting quarterbacks, obviously, because you took a look at our recruiting board. Because the next man up, the best man is going to play always on my teams. At running back, we're not going to be redshirting anybody. We are going to be, playing Brian Hughes, the JUCO junior, a lot this season. At fullback, we can't redshirt anybody. At wide receiver, we're a little thin, so we won't be redshirting anyone. At tight end, we're going to redshirt Adam Chase. At tackle, nobody. At guard, nobody. Center, nobody. I thought about it at center. John Speaks. You know what? Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. We can't redshirt John Speaks because we do not have enough active people at the center position. At DN, we're good. Isaac Shipper, the JUCO left end, the JUCO beast, is going to be starting again this year, as well as Jason Jackson, the true freshman. D tackle, we're going to be redshirting Jeff Jackson. Outside linebacker, we're going to be redshirting Joel Dunn. Middle linebacker, we're going to be redshirting Andy Jones. Corner, we're going to be redshirting Marcus Cummings. And then at free safety, Ronald Ward. At strong safety, we're going to let Zepford play day 1. Kicker and punter, we won't be redshirting anybody as well. This is what's going to make or break us this year. We got a tough schedule. Now, this is a computer-generated schedule, and I'm not changing it. I'm up for the challenge. A+ strength of schedule. We got to come out here and win games. We got my favorite team, the defending champs, number 1 Miami. Then we got a bye. Then we got LSU, Texas, Auburn, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, Bama, Navy, South Carolina, bye, Ole Miss, of course, to end off the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranked opponents this season. It doesn't get tougher than this. All right, boys, so we went ahead and moved week 1 because we wanted to go ahead and get into recruiting before we got out of here for the preseason episode. We got Trey Brock. So this is how it's going to be looking. We're going to be putting 7 points on Trey Brock and Kellen Beverly, 7 points on Charles Chase. We're going to be putting 8 points on wide receiver Willis Miller, 6 on Tom Palmer, 9 on Jason Murray, 15 on Cedric Houston, 8 on Nick Russell, 12 on John Robinson, 8 on Seth Suggs. Andy Mason's going to get 8, 5 for Charles Dodds. Now, Dodds is a person I really don't think we're going to get, but I've seen crazier things happen in recruiting battles. So we're going to put points on everybody just to see which way the pendulum swings. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of you guys might be wondering why we are opting to go away from the athletic director side of this series and converting it just strictly to an NCAA football series. The main reason is, man, I want to play all 3 sports, and for me, if I can't get good viewership on all 3 sports, I might as well just focus on what this channel does best, and that's going to be college football. As this channel continuously grows, and as this channel continuously does well as of right now, College football has to be my main focus. That's my bread and butter. That's what you guys 9 times out of 10 want to see. I will probably go back to like a athletic director style gameplay in the future, but that'll probably be my second channel. But for right now, I want to focus strictly on college football. So that's going to be dynasties and RTGs. I want to pump those out, and I want to keep the momentum going as we get closer to the brand new college football game by EA Sports. And for those of you guys that want to become the incoming recruits and freshmen that we have on the roster, I'm going to have a community tab up, and I may also have a pinned comment down in this video, and that will give you the instructions you need to submit a player to become a part of this series. That's one of my favorite things about doing these Dynasty series. You guys becoming players on the team, and we get to see you grow and shine and be great and go into the NFL and do good things. I definitely 100% appreciate the support you guys have been giving this series, but I think it's time to move on from the athletic director dynasty. I mean, I was having a lot of fun, but I'm finding myself, you know what I'm saying, I want to hurry up and get back to this Mississippi State football team because I feel like we're building something great. The basketball team, honestly, we built them really good, really quickly. I simmed the whole season. We went undefeated. Baseball, things didn't really go as planned, but that's per usual on my channel, and I'm not salty about it. So we're going to pivot. We're going to make some changes, and I'm going to give you guys what you want to see most, and that is NCAA football. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, man. If you did, it's time to smash that like button. Hit me up in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new. It's your boy, UncleSamsReject, RKGames.com. I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey. Niggas want me to lose, but I can't. I've been stacking this shit to the ceiling. Know some niggas with bodies, and it ain't no probably. We never speak on them killers. Everybody on my block gon' get them some money. It's only a couple of drillers. I've been fucking them hoes, man. Them bitches ain't nobody.